किसी मोड़ पे भी ना ये साथ टूटे, मेरे हाथ से तेरा दामन न छूटे।
ला 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 ला। कभी ख्वाब में भी तू मुझसे न रूठी, मेरे प्यार की कोई खुशियाँ न लूटे।
मिल जाए इस तरह दो लहरें जिस तरह, ओ मिल जाए इस तरह दो लहरें जिस तरह, फिर हो ना जुदा, हाँ ये वादा रहा। तू है वही दिल ने जिसे अपना कहा, तू है जहाँ मैं हूँ वहाँ, अब तो ये जीना तेरे बिन है सजा। कभी जिंदगी में बड़े मुश्किलें तो मुझे तू संभाले, तुझे मैं संभालूं।
मिल जाए इस तरह दो लहरें जिस तरह, मिल कहाँ तू है जहाँ मैं हूँ वहाँ अब तो ये जीना तेरे बिन है सजा फिर होना जुदा ये वादा रहा ये वादा रहा
Hey, the best music right here on the best station, 97.5 FM. What's a good morning? Good night to Adele from Harmony Hall and Gasper locked on. Alyssa Roachon is locked on as well. Also, want to say good morning to Bazi Sitaha from St. Helena in Kunupia, always locked on. And to my friend Indra from Kunupia. Yes, she's sit behind, of course. And yes, my good friend Mad Max, the man say, oh, love it, love it, love it, love it. 4 times he said so. Yes, thank you. Make us so proud, man. I do apologize. My voice this weekend was really, on track and talking and singing. It's really had fun. Really had fun. Then we had fun. Yes, my friends, as we continue right here on 97.5, C Perez locked on 97.5 Multicultural Radio.
ज़मीं गा रही है आसमां गा रहा है साथ मेरे ये सारा जहां गा रहा है ये ज़मीं गा रही है आसमां गा रहा है साथ मेरे ये सारा जहां गा रहा है शौक कलियों के घूंघट सरकने लगे हैं शौक कलियों के घूंघट सरकने लगे हैं मस्त फूलों के दिल भी धड़कने लगे हैं ये बहारों का दिलकश समा गा रहा है साथ मेरे ये सारा जहां गा रहा है ये ज़मीं गा रही है आसमां गा रहा है साथ मेरे ये सारा जहां गा रहा है झूम कर पर्वतों पे घटा छा रही है झूम कर पर्वतों पे घटा छा रही है प्यार की उम्र शायद करीब आ रही है मेरा दिल प्यार की ये दास्तां गा रहा है साथ मेरे ये सारा जहां गा रहा है ये ज़मीं गा रही है आसमां गा रहा है साथ मेरे ये सारा जहां गा रहा है भूल कर राह कोई हंसी आ न जाए
जहां गा रहा है, ये ज़मीं गा रही है, आसमां गा रहा है, साथ मेरे ये सारा जहां गा रहा है।
Hey, don't forget the sports update with Kenrick Jaggernaut at 10:30. So keep it locked on to 97.5 FM. If you want the best, stick with the best. 97.5.
A&S Hardware and the General Contractors Limited of 107 Bonaventure Road in Gasparillo for all your hardware materials from foundation to finish. Not forgetting all your general contracting needs. We have it all at A&S Hardware and the General Contractors Limited, located at 107 Bonaventure Road in Gasparillo. Just call Tiki Ali at 650-2180.
A&S Hardware are wholesalers and retailers of plywood, an assortment of lumber, galvanized pipe, hollow section and steel. Customers can enjoy special prices on white pine and pitch pine doors. Make your holidays brighter when you shop at A&S Hardware at Bonaventure Road, Gasparillo.
A&S Hardware.
This is Sports Update. Sports Update.
This is your Sports Update on U975 with Kenrick Jaggernaut.
And a very good morning, sports fans, and welcome to our sports update for today. I am Kenrick Jaggernaut. Good morning. Let's start with some news in cricket. It was a super Sunday for West Indies as a sensational batting from Jermaine Blackwood led them to victory over England by 4 wickets on the final day of the first test at the AGS Bowl. The 28-year-old made 95 as West Indies reached, listen to this, 200 for 6 in the final session. The win was achieved when John Campbell clipped a ball onto the offside to scamper a single with skipper Jason Holder. It was a hugely significant performance from Blackwood, who made a return to the team for the first time in 10 months. He came to the crease with the West Indies in trouble at 27-3 and batted them to a famous victory. This was the West Indies' fourth victory in the last 7 matches against England. And into some more sporting news, well, the Youth Pro League has not been given clearance to kick off in August as originally scheduled. Additionally, the Ministry of Education has been handed the responsibility to say whether or not the 2020 Secondary Schools Football League, which is set for September, can proceed. This was revealed by Chief Medical Officer Dr. Roshan Parasram during Saturday's virtual media conference held by the Ministry of Health. According to the CMO, the Ministry of Health will send a draft guideline to the Education Ministry by early next week. This will be used to determine if there will be, in fact, any extracurricular activities taking place in schools.
This is Sports Update.
And as we go back to cricket, but this time we focus on the Caribbean Premier League. Although the absence of spectators for this year's Caribbean Premier League T20 tournament serves as a major financial loss to investors, televised and strategically positioned on-field advertising will be used by the government to market Trinidad and Tobago during the August 18 to September 12 tournament. During Saturday's virtual press conference by the Ministry of Health, Minister of National Security Stuart Young revealed the government has capitalized on the competition's global popularity to showcase Trinidad and Tobago throughout its duration. Over the past 2 months, detailed discussions were held between the Caribbean Premier League organizers and the Ministry of Sport to ascertain if Trinidad and Tobago would fully fulfill its contractual agreement to host the annual competition for a third consecutive year. Into some more sporting news, but we focus elsewhere as to what is happening in the English Premier League. Well, Jurgen Klopp has set a date for his departure from Liverpool, with the German planning to head home when his contract at Anfield expires in 2014. The enigmatic 53-year-old committed to fresh terms with the Reds in December of 2019. And since putting pen to paper, a first English top-flight title in 30 years has been delivered on Merseyside. The Premier League crown has been added to the Champions League and FIFA Club World Cup prizes collected over the course of a memorable 13 months. And finally, Frank Lampard insists Chelsea were never pinning their hopes on qualifying for the Champions League on Manchester City's European ban being upheld. City were handed a 2-year ban from European competition by UEFA in the month of February. This after being accused of breaching their club licensing and financial fair play regulations, which would have handed the club that finishes 5th in the Premier League a place in next season's Champions League. That's your sport update right here on 975 FM Hot Like Pepper. It was brought to you with the compliments of A&S Furniture Store located at Bonaventure Road in Gasparillo. I am Kenrick Juggernaut, inviting you to join me again tomorrow at the same time for another sports update. Stay with us here, 975 FM Hot Like Pepper.
This is Sports Update. Sports Update.
A&S Hardware and the General Contractors Limited of 107 Bonaventure Road in Gasparillo for all your hardware materials from foundation to finish. Not forgetting all your general contracting needs. We have it all at A&S Hardware and the General Contractors Limited, located at 107 Bonaventure Road in Gasparillo. Just call Tiki Ali at 650-2180.
A&S Hardware are wholesalers and retailers of plywood, an assortment of lumber, galvanized pipe, hollow section and steel. Customers can enjoy special prices on white pine and pitch pine doors. Make your holidays brighter when you shop at A&S Hardware at Bonaventure Road, Gasparillo.
Hot like pepper. Don't understand it. Just listen and love it.
All right, welcome back to 97.5. Just about 10:33, and that time check courtesy the PNM candidate for the Couva South constituency, Mr. Rajendra Rabasad. That was a paid political announcement. As we continue right here on 97.5 FM, the bees is buzzing on a beautiful Monday morning. I want to say a special good morning to all the honeys out there. We got the sweetest music. And guess what? I gotta say something from my heart, man. I love you. Check it out. One we call Kudar.
अंग्रेजी में कहते हैं कि आई लव यू, गुजराती माँ बोले तने प्रेम करूँ छू छू छू, बंगाली में कहते हैं आमी तोमा के भालोबाशी, और पंजाबी में कहते हैं तेरी तो हाँ, तेरे बिन मर जाना, मैं तेनू प्यार करना, तेरे जियो नहीं लबड़ी ओ साथी हो निबलिए। अंग्रेजी में कहते हैं कि आई लव यू, गुजराती माँ बोले तने प्रेम करूँ छू, बंगाली में कहते हैं आमी तोमा के भालोबाशी, और पंजाबी में कहते हैं तेरी तो हाँ, तेरे बिन मर जाना, मैं तेनू प्यार करना, तेरे जियो नहीं लबड़ी ओ साथी हो। हम तुम पे इतना डाइंग जितना सी में पानी लाइंग, आकाश में पंछी फ्लाइंग, भंवरा बगियन में गाइंग। हम तुम पे इतना डाइंग जितना सी में पानी लाइंग, आकाश में पंछी फ्लाइंग, भंवरा बगियन में गाइंग। अंग्रेजी में कहते हैं कि आई लव यू, गुजराती माँ बोले तने प्रेम करूँ छू, बंगाली में कहते हैं आमी तो माँ के भालोबाशी, और पंजाबी में कहते हैं तेरी तो हाँ, तेरे बिन मर जाना, मैं तेनू प्यार करना, तेरे जियो नहीं लबड़ी ओ साथी हो।
इतना करे क्यों धंधे, दुनिया क्या कहेगी हमको, हम
वरना तेरी कसम खाता हूँ सारी दुनिया के आगे जानी अभी पॉइजन खाता हूँ तू जल्दी से हाँ कर दे वरना तेरी कसम खाता हूँ सारी दुनिया के आगे जानी अभी पॉइजन खाता हूँ
अंग्रेजी में कहती हूँ कि I love you गुजराती में बोलूँ तने प्रेम करूँ छो 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 बंगाली में कहती हूँ हमें तुम्हारे भालोबासी और पंजाबी में कहती हूँ
तेरी तो हाँ तेरे बिन मर जाना मैं तनु प्यार करना तेरे जियो नहीं लवणी ओ साथी हो अंग्रेजी में कहते हैं कि I love you गुजराती माँ बोले तने प्रेम करूँ छूं बंगाली में कहते हैं हमें तुम्हारे भालोबासी और पंजाबी में कहते हैं
My heart is beating, keeps on repeating, I'm waiting for you. My heart is beating, keeps on repeating, I'm waiting for you. My love encloses a plot of roses, and when shall be when our next meeting? 'Cause love, you know, that time is fleeting, time is fleeting, time is fleeting. My heart is beating, keeps on repeating, I'm waiting for you. My love encloses a plot of roses, and when shall be when our next meeting? 'Cause love, you know, that time is fleeting, time is fleeting, time is fleeting. When I look at you, the blue of heaven seems to be deeper blue, and I can swear that God Himself seems to be looking through. Zoo, 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 doo, zoo. I'll never part from you, and when shall be when our next meeting? 'Cause love, you know, that time is fleeting, time is fleeting, time is fleeting. Spring is the season it is so. When are we meeting? 'Cause love, you know that time is fleeting, time is fleeting, time is fleeting. My heart is beating, keeps on repeating, I'm waiting for you. My love encloses a plot of roses, and when shall be when our next meeting? 'Cause love, you know that time is fleeting, time is fleeting, time is fleeting.
चूड़ी नहीं है मेरा, चूड़ी नहीं है मेरा दिल है, देखो देखो टूटे ना। चूड़ी नहीं है मेरा दिल है, देखो देखो टूटे ना। चूड़ी नहीं है मेरा। नीली पीली रंग बिरंगी प्यार की ये सौगात, ना 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 ऐसे नहीं, धीरे धीरे चुपके चुपके डालो इनमें हाथ। कांच है कच्चा लेकिन इनसे वो सच्चा सिंगार। सोना नहीं, चांदी नहीं, हीरा नहीं, मोती नहीं, कीमत इनकी प्यार। फूलों सी नाजुक है, देखो 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 टूटे ना। चूड़ी नहीं है मेरा।
अच्छा सच?
चूड़ी नहीं है मेरा दिल है, देखो देखो टूटे ना। चूड़ी नहीं है मेरा। मेरा प्यार है चूड़ी जैसा, इसका और न छोड़। यहाँ नहीं वहाँ नहीं, देखो कभी टूटे नहीं जीवन की ये डोर। इनकी घन घन दिल की धड़कन है मेरा संगीत। सुनो जरा, सोचो जरा, नगमा ये प्यार भरा ओ मेरे मनमीत। लाजवाब बेमिसाल, देखो देखो टूटे ना। चूड़ी नहीं है मेरा, चूड़ी नहीं है मेरा दिल है, देखो देखो टूटे ना। चूड़ी नहीं है मेरा।
कोई भी हो मेरा है तू,
देखो देखो टूटे ना चूड़ी नहीं है मेरा चूड़ी नहीं है
तेरा दिल है
देखो देखो टूटे ना चूड़ी नहीं है मेरा
97.5 FM. Hey, don't forget Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley would be hosting a media conference at midday today. U975 FM Hot Like Pepper Multicultural Radio will be carrying a live coverage of this media conference. So stay tuned right here. The hottest radio in Trinidad and Tobago.
दिन महीने साल गुजरते जाएंगे हम प्यार में जीते प्यार में मरते जाएंगे
देखेंगे
देख लेना
देखेंगे
देख लेना दिन महीने साल गुजरते जाएंगे हम प्यार में जीते प्यार में मरते जाएंगे
देखेंगे
देख लेना
देखेंगे
देख लेना
दिन महीने साल गुजरते जाएंगे हम प्यार में जीते प्यार में मरते जाएंगे
देखेंगे
देख लेना
देखेंगे
देख लेना
दिन महीने साल गुजरते जाएंगे मत शर्माओ आ जाओ मत शर्माओ आ जाओ मेरी बाहों में देखो अपनी तस्वीर मेरी निगाहों में क्या हुआ अगर कांटे हैं अपनी राहों में इन राहों में फूल बिखरते जाएंगे हम प्यार में जीते प्यार में मरते जाएंगे
देखेंगे
देख लेना
देखेंगे
देख लेना लगन का सांझी, हाँ जी तुम्हें बनाया है।
दिल की नैया का माझी तुम्हें बनाया है, तुम्हें बनाया है।
इस पार से उस पार उतरते जाएंगे, हम प्यार में जीते प्यार में मरते जाएंगे।
देखेंगे,
देख लेना,
देखेंगे,
देख लेना। दिन महीने साल गुजरते जाएंगे, हम प्यार में जीते प्यार में मरते,
प्यार में जीते प्यार में मरते जाएंगे।
देखेंगे,
देख लेना,
देखेंगे,
देख लेना,
देखेंगे,
देख लेना। हाँ? क्या कहा?
गुम है किसी के प्यार में दिल सुबह शाम, पर तुम्हें लिख नहीं पाऊं मैं उसका नाम। हाय राम, हाय राम। कुछ लिखा?
हाँ।
क्या लिखा?
गुम है किसी के प्यार में दिल सुबह शाम, पर तुम्हें लिख नहीं पाऊं मैं उसका नाम। हाय राम, हाय राम। अच्छा, आगे क्या लिखूं?
आगे सोचा है एक दिन मैं उससे मिल के कह डालूं अपने सब हाल दिल के, और कर दूं जीवन उसके हवाले। फिर छोड़ दे चाहे अपना बना ले, मैं तो उसका रे हुआ दीवाना। अब तो जैसा भी मेरा हो अंजाम, हो गुम है किसी के प्यार में दिल सुबह शाम, पर तुम्हें लिख नहीं पाऊं मैं उसका नाम। हाय राम, हाय राम। लिख लिया?
हाँ।
जरा पढ़ के तो सुनाओ ना।
अपने होठों में पिया तेरा नाम, वो गुम है किसी के प्यार में दिल सुबह शाम,
प्यार में
Time has come. New 97.5. Make it your choice. Something for everyone. 97.5 FM. Music for you. It's all about you.
U97.5 FM, Hot Like Pepper, Multicultural Radio.
Power to the listeners.
Welcome to Let's Talk Guyana. I am Umar Ratan Singh and it's time for Let's Talk Guyana. Welcome to all our local, regional and international listeners. And we look at elections. Guyana election continue to be on the front burner as the Organization of American States has condemned Chief Elections Officer Keith Lowenfield for his repeated attempts to frustrate the democratic process, arguing that he is acting in bad faith and contrary to the interest of democracy in Guyana. The CEO continues to flout the instructions of the chair of the Guyana Elections Commission, Justice Retired Claudette Singh, for him to present a report on the results of the national vote recount. Lowenfield has yet again attempted to present results to GCOM, which did not reflect the recount's findings. There can be no justification for this action, the OAS stated on Friday. Though the recount has shown the PPP and PPC to have taken the lead with 233,336 votes, ahead of the APNU and AFC coalitions for the counts of 217,920 votes. Lowenfield's falsified report seeks to place the coalition in the lead with 236,777 votes ahead of the PPP and PPC's 229,330 votes. The numbers largely resemble those of the declarations held in abeyance by the Elections Commission, including the fraudulent March 13th declaration produced by Region 4 Returning Officer Clement Mengo. Commonwealth Secretary General Patricia Scotland yesterday strongly urged GCOM to follow the directions given by the CCJ and decisively conclude the March 2nd, 2020 elections based on the results of the national recount. According to a statement by the Secretary General of the Commonwealth on Guyana electoral process, stated that she welcomed the July 9th, 2020 statement from the chairman of CARICOM, Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Dr. the Honorable Ralph Gonzalez, which called on all stakeholders to respect the ruling of the Caribbean Court of Justice, Guyana's final court of appeal, but in accordance with the applicable laws and the Constitution of Guyana, the CCJ exercised its final appeal jurisdiction and handed down a clear and unambiguous ruling last week. The CCJ stated it is for GCOM to ensure that the election results are swiftly declared in accordance with the laws of Guyana. I am Umar Ratan Singh, thanking you for joining me on Let's Talk Guyana. Join me tomorrow at the same time at 11 a.m. right here on U97.5 Hot Like Pepper Multicultural Radio for more on Let's Talk Guyana. Have a great day.
Hot Like Pepper, knocking out the competition. Our competition is listening to us.
And that's when we're back on track right here, just about 4 minutes after the hour of 11 o'clock at time check, courtesy the PNM candidate for the Couva South constituency, Mr. Rajendra Rampersad. That was a paid political announcement. Hey, don't forget the Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley would be hosting a media conference today at midday today. U975 FM Hot Like Pepper Multicultural Radio will be carrying live coverage of this media conference, so stay tuned right here. It's Bees Hi-Fi, and of course on a beautiful Monday, I want to say good morning to Shiva, Paris Ram, guy behind the camera, hard-working gentleman. Kudos to you, Shiva. As we continue the music here, one from what we call Agali Lagja. Just remember, today is Bollywood Oldies. Good morning to all the ladies and guys and to our crew from all over Trinidad and Tobago. Yes, you are number one.
मेरी जान